So blockchain, the blockchain technology was originally offered in a white paper that was published back in 2008 by someone that nobody knows who he is or who they are, because some say that it's a team of people under the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. So it's a Japanese name, but nobody knows who is this person or who is the team. They uploaded a white paper, a document, to the internet in which they explained a concept. This concept had two parts. One part is a currency, a new digital currency called Bitcoin. The idea behind Bitcoin was that it is now possible to sell or buy or issue a transaction between two parties for digital assets. What do I mean? So let's take an example. Let's think about a song, a digital song that we can download. If I download a song, I actually download a file. A file basically is zero and ones, it's binary, it's code. I can now replicate the same file to another computer and listen to the same song. Now, it's not allowed, but it's possible. So the song is a digital asset that has no scarcity, because once it's digital, it can be copied and replicated as many times as I want. So there was a challenge in creating scarcity for digital assets. And if there's no scarcity, there's no economics. So what Satoshi Nakamoto came up with is a system that basically creates scarcity for digital assets. So now, for the first time, if I have a digital asset, I can now sell it to you, and it is guaranteed that I cannot sell it again to someone else. It's not like a file that I can send to many people because there's no scarcity. This asset, once it was transferred, I cannot transfer it again. How was this achieved? It was achieved using a technology called blockchain. So what is the blockchain? Blockchain is basically has a very simple concept. Think of a blockchain as a ledger, a very big notebook where all transactions are being documented. It's a very long ledger with all the transactions. In fact, the blockchain, the Bitcoin blockchain, contains all the transactions that were ever made since the day the first blockchain was created. Everything is there, and it will be there forever. Now, this ledger is a long ledger, and in order to make sure that I don't change it, we want to make sure that if I sell you an asset, I don't go out to the ledger, change it, and then I say I own the asset again, so I can double sell it. So in order to avoid these changes, they're using cryptography, which is a mathematical way to close a page in the ledger. What is cryptography? A very high level. It's an algorithm that takes into account all the content and creates a long string based on this content. If you change one bit in this content, the string will be invalid. So this is a block. This is a page. Once you fill a page with transactions, you want to lock it. This is a block. How do you lock it? Using cryptography, using this algorithm that is called hashing. Now, the beauty of this hashing is that it's like a puzzle. It's very difficult to assemble all the parts in the puzzle. But it's very easy to look at the puzzle and say whether it's good or not, right? If I see the puzzle, I can immediately say, yes, you completed the puzzle. Or if you were doing something wrong, I can completely say, here, these parts, they don't match. And this is immediate. So it takes a long time to assemble the puzzle, but it takes 0 time to say whether it's right or wrong. So the beauty of the blockchain is that it takes a long time to create the hash, to lock the block using cryptographic algorithms. But then it's very easy to say whether the block, this hash, is right or wrong. This is an immediate thing. Why is it so smart? Because the other thing that the blockchain does is that for the first time, there is an incentive for an economic incentive for people to say whether this hash is right or wrong, and also do this hash. I will explain. It's a bit tricky, but I will explain this. So in order to maintain these blocks, we have an interest that someone will do this work to create the block, to find the hash. It takes a lot of algorithm time to run. So it's compute power, it's electricity, it's a very powerful computer. Why would someone pay money to buy a computer and to pay for electricity just to do this hashing for the benefit of the community and creating the block? So what this white paper created is an incentive system as well. So if you are going to find this hash to lock this block, you're going to get a currency. You're going to get a bitcoin. This is mining. So if you hear the term bitcoin mining, it means that these are people that run algorithms to find this hash in order to lock these blocks. Now, a bitcoin initially was not worth a lot of money, but today, if you manage to find this hash using this algorithm, you're incentivized by getting bitcoins. Today, a bitcoin is over $8,000. So if you get 2 bitcoins per block, it's $16,000. So it compensates the electricity, it compensates the power that you bought in order to do this. Now, mining is a powerful operation, but you want to also make sure that if I have an incentive and I can get $16,000, maybe I will say that I found the hash and just to get the Bitcoin, and maybe I'm just bluffing. So this is going back to the puzzle metaphor. It's very easy to say if I was bluffing or not, because you don't need a lot of power to say whether the hash is right or wrong. So what the beauty of the system is that you incentivize people to secure the blockchain. Every block, it creates a chain, so this is why it's called blockchain. And it also incentivizes people to check whether the person who got this hash is right or wrong, because if it's wrong, then they have the opportunity to find the right hash. So it's a bit a complicated system, but it's very smart because it incentivizes people to secure this system. This is why it is not hackable. Now, the blockchain itself, another security measure is the fact that it's distributed. So if I find a way and I go and change the blockchain on one computer, it is not enough, because this same blockchain is being replicated to thousands and thousands of other computers around the world. If I want to change a transaction in the blockchain, I need to go now to 51% of the computers that run a blockchain in the world, which I don't even know who they are, and change the same thing. So this requires a lot of power, and it makes things not economic viable to go out and change the blockchain. So the blockchain is immutable. It cannot be changed. Once a transaction was written there and locked in a block, it is now there forever. So this is the concept of the blockchain, and Satoshi Nakamoto created this economic incentives with the Bitcoin currency. The Bitcoin currency is a virtual currency. It only lives in the internet, in the cyber world. And it created this economic system where people want to buy it, and therefore the price goes up. So the Bitcoin, in a way, should be thought like gold. It's a digital gold, because the only thing it knows to do is to store value. Like gold, gold is valuable because people, mankind, believes that it's valuable. If for some reason people will think that gold is not valuable anymore, it will have no value. We cannot eat gold, we don't breathe gold, we do nothing with gold. So, but it's a way to store value. People believe that gold stores value, and therefore they buy gold in order to be able to maintain some value that they earned. If I have money and I don't believe in the fluctuations of the value of the exchange rate, I can buy gold because people believe that it's more stable over time. And Bitcoin is a similar thing. It has one purpose: to store and transfer value. That's it. Unlike Bitcoin, there are now many other tokens and coins that have other purposes. So on top of the blockchain now, people added more capabilities. So for instance, one of the biggest innovations is called Ethereum. Ethereum is a system, a completely separate system that is based on the blockchain technology, but instead of only storing value, it added one more thing. It is called smart contract. Smart contract basically is a computer program that can be executed. Now, like a contract between two people, let's say that I tell you that if you sing a song, you will get $5. Okay, that's a contract. So now you sing a song, and I say, you know what, I changed my mind. I will not pay you the $5. So we had a contract, and we had some trust, and now this trust was impacted. Now you will not believe me anymore. You will not sing another song to me. This is why in the real world, there are many middlemen. So let's say I will tell you, okay, so sing a song and I will give you $5. You say, hey, I don't know you, I don't believe you. So we both go to Visa, and Visa is the mediator. So I give you my Visa card, I don't give you the money, and now you swipe the Visa card, and you know for sure that Visa will pay you $5, and I know that Visa will deduct $5 from my account, and if you did not sing the song eventually, I can go to Visa and say, hey, I did not get the goods, I need the money back. And they will go to you and say, hey, what's going on? We're not giving you the $5. So Visa is the mediator because there's lack of trust between people. Now, a smart contract replaces the middleman. We replace the middleman using a computer program. So what we say is simple. We say, okay, so I want you to sing the song and I will give you $5. This smart contract is coded in the Ethereum platform, and $5 are being deducted from my wallet automatically. And when you sing the song, these $5 will be sent to your wallet. The controller of this transaction is the program that was coded. So now people are coding these smart contracts to remove the middleman and create very long and inefficient bureaucratic processes completely automatic. So this is a very powerful concept. I gave a stupid example with the song, but think of a supply chain. A retailer wants to buy a TV from a TV vendor, okay? The TV vendor needs to buy electronic components from many other places. There's a long supply chain from the very small component up to the TV that lands in someone's living room. All of these supply chain partners, they have contracts. And now, this entire supply chain contract can be automated using a computer instead of bureaucratic processes and paperwork. So there are many efficiencies that are available using smart contracts, which is part of the blockchain, or is on top of the blockchain technology. So blockchain is not only for Bitcoin and storing value, but it's for many other use cases that are being prevalent more and more these days. And this is why the potential of blockchain in disrupting so many areas in our lives really thrills lots of people's imagination.